right. All right. Take two. All right. Just got lost in the neighborhood trying to get out to go home from work, and I couldn't figure out how to get out of the thing. I don't know who made it. Looked like somebody dropped a bowl of spaghetti on a map and said, "Here you go, make that a neighborhood." But anyways, hi guys. It's been a couple weeks since I've been on here. Going through some life stuff, trying to get through it. Boys making it through somehow, some way, every day. Anyways, I just kind of wanted to recap some of the things going on this season. The Dolphins have not had a really great season so far, and anybody has eyes can see that. First week, not so good. I don't know how the hell we let cross-eyed Daniel Jones beat us, but we sure did. Made him look like a freaking Hall of Famer for no reason. Defense is terrible, but we're getting better as it seems from last night, but we'll get into that. Second week, we let Drake May do his thing. We let Ramondre Stevenson do his thing. We ended up really beating ourselves at the very end of that game last week. And it's kind of weird because it happened again this week, and I'm about to jump into that. That's the main thing I want to cover. Now that I had a whole day to kind of look back on yesterday's game, I was livid yesterday when we lost that game. I was very upset, to say the least. And the biggest reason why is, we had that game in our hands, and we let it slip. And it was really annoying because it was mainly our captains who let us down last night. The new guys, yeah, they had their little things here or there, but our captains, our guys who have been here, our veterans, our guys we can lean on when things are going to hell, they are the reason we lost yesterday. If you don't know what I'm talking about, we allowed 17 points, basically, to the Buffalo Bills due to errors made by our captains or veterans. To give you an understanding, there was a part in the game where we were going to get we were in the end zone. They were about to score on us. So it still probably would have scored, but Jordan Brooks, doing too much on a tackle, and play was called dead. It was blown dead, and he's trying to do too much, causing another penalty. You got to clean it up, brother. I understand you're trying to make a play, and you're trying to show the physicality, and we appreciate that as fans, but dude, you cannot be doing that, man. Do not give these teams any extra freaking leeway. You know better than that one. So I'm not going to harp on that too much because we answered back to that. It is what it is. The second one, this is the one that really pissed me off. The third one, even I could say whatever, but the second one. All right, so if you didn't get to watch the game, we through the first half, we were 14-14, tied up. Going into the second half, we let them have the ball. They scored. We were down 14-21. We scored. There was some, back and forth here or there. Of course, we didn't score on every drive. They didn't score on every drive either. We actually had some stops, which was fantastic. The fact that we could stop the Bills at some point was pretty cool to see because we couldn't stop the paper bag from, we couldn't stop anything last week, the week before. So just to see them kind of hold their own against the Bills a little bit. I mean, they still haven't scored 31, but that's the Bills. I mean, people thought we were going to get blown out by 40 points, so I'll give them credit where credit's due. The biggest thing that bothered me was, halftime we were at 14-14. Third quarter we ended up being 21-21 by the end of the third quarter. We were toe-to-toe with them all the way up until about 10 minutes left to the fourth quarter. Where our defense happened to get another stop, which was fantastic. I was like, oh my God, we just got them off the field, and have a chance to really go and get a lead against these people, make them fight to get us. I was like, holy cow, we're going to do it. We got this in the bag. Like, we got this, right? I was pumped up. My wife can attest to it. I was jumping. I was excited. I had a little bit of hope. Dumbass. A little bit of hope. And they go to punt, okay? Sealer, man, you haven't had a single sack so far this season since we paid you your big money that you just so, demanded. You haven't had a sack since last season now, and I wonder when that's going to come because you just cost us a game. And for anyone saying, "Oh no, we had plenty of drives and plays before that," yeah. But if you were to watch the game and tell me that was not the biggest momentum shift of the game, you'd be a damn liar. Okay. What I mean by this is he tried too hard, right? And McDaniel attested to it. He said, he was just supposed to kind of like pressure the kicker, maybe make him kind of mess it up or give it a little better chances to get into the ball a little bit, a better return. But listen, our special teams this season has been absolutely amazing. Not sure why we wanted to really jeopardize a chance to get the ball to be special and cool. Like, we got a block punt. Really, bro? Really? You're going to send Zach Sealer to go block a punt or to get pressure, I'm sorry. And then Zach Sealer's going to choose in his dumbass mind. He's a very smart man, but last night, I don't know what the hell went through this man's brain. I screamed as soon as it happened. My whole aura, my whole vibe, my everything went out the window. So he went to block the punt, he hit the kicker. And people are saying, "Oh, it's not roughing the kicker. That was just, whatever. Should have been like a 4th and 2nd. Man, I don't care about that. Because they would have got a 4th and 2nd. They would have got the first down. They would have kept going. Nothing would have been different. Okay? They should have never been hit in the first place. Steelers should have never, ever, ever tried to get that ball to be blocked. For many reasons. One, it's too risky. Two, why are you trying to score so fast? It's the Bills. And it's going to come along later, too, in that same situation. So it's the Bills, right? You don't want to score that fast because you're going to get more chances to score. So, anyways, he decides to do that. They get a roughing the kicker penalty, 15 yards, automatic first down. And wouldn't you know it, they go with touchdown. It's literally freaking, it's funny at this point. Like, dude, get a chance to get them off the field, take the lead, hopefully, and make them fight you to get the freaking win. But instead, you decide to do a bonehead pass block attempt, or punt block attempt, to give them a fucking, to give them a touchdown late in the game. Bung. And then on top of that, we get the ball. I think it was like around 6 or 7 minutes mark or so. We're driving. We're doing our thing. We're down 28-21. All we need to do is get a touchdown. We're methodically, 5 yards here, 10 yards there. Whole game was fantastic. I don't need to see Tua throw 400 yards. I need him to see him methodically break down a team. And they were doing that last night, right? And they were using the run game, which I was shocked. For the first time this season, we allowed Ollie Gordon to actually do something. He got a touchdown and like a crap ton of yards for, whatever he could do. He was our third down back like I knew he would be, and he was getting them first down. We converted 10 out of 15 third downs. Amazing. So, anyways, it comes down to about 3 minutes left in the game. We have first down at the 21-yard line. We're threatening to score. Our run game, like I just mentioned, was fantastic all night. Everything was solid. We were doing our thing. So, the biggest thing I hate is when things are working well and coaches go away from it. I guess what they were trying to do was score fast, so that way if the Bills did score, we have a chance. Or I don't know what they were really thinking, because at that point, I'm not playing to win. I'm playing for overtime. 3 minutes left in the game, and you're at 21, first down. I mean, if you go and you run, 2 running plays, you're down to a 2-minute warning. You get a first down, boom, you drop that down to about a minute, and you score, and give them maybe 45 seconds or so on the Bills to, kick it or whatever they got to do. I'd rather see us try to put up a fight against them, and they kick a field goal very last second to beat us, and we were 28-31 or whatever. If that would be the case, cool. But if not, there's a chance we go to overtime, and who knows what happens, right? But no, of course, they decide to throw the ball on a first down, and Tua gets pressure because Daniel Brunskill, the O-line, once again strikes for another time to ruin our shit, gets blown up. Defender comes screaming at Tua. Tua doesn't take his eyes off his receiver the entire time. Bonehead mistake. And he throws an interception. So let me put that in perspective here. Brooks helped them extend their drive and get a touchdown. Sealer helped them get same thing. Extend their drive, get a touchdown. Tua, interception, was turned into a touchdown. Or turned into a field goal, I'm sorry. 7, 7, and 3. That's 17 points that our bonehead captains and veterans decided to give to the Bills because they just could not play smart football. And I can't take all the blame off of McDaniel. McDaniel did a great game last night. Whatever he called last night, he needs to play every single game. And we will end up bouncing back this year. We may win 8. We might even win 10 and still make the playoffs somehow, which would be miraculous. But whatever he was doing was great until the last second he decided to throw the football on a first down. That was retarded. Oh my God. I'm angry still at this moment. I try to cool down all day. So anyways, we lose 31-21 because those 3 mistakes. There's a few other things like Savai Naya, being down the field, dumb mistake. He's a rookie, okay? The rookie mistakes, the little things, they're going to clean up over time. They're still rookies. They're going to make those mistakes. They're going to learn from them, and hopefully they don't do them again. But when you have it coming from your veterans, when you got your veterans slipping up in key moments of the game, you got the coach calling a dumb play at the worst moment to play that play. You got defenses letting up 30, 40, 50 points a game. Like, come on, man. We're averaging 32 points a game given to opposing teams. That defense needs to figure it out. I mean, against the Bills, they did pretty well. I thought they'd score more than that. So, I say all this to say, good game last night. Okay. I need them to bring that intensity every game from here on out. And if they do that, then I'm going to say right now, week 10, when the Bills come to Hard Rock, we may take that win. And I'm just gonna be a little crazy there, but if we can figure out how to clean up some of this stuff and scheme ourselves into it, we may be able to beat the Bills the second time we face them. That's kind of what I thought they were going to do. If you check my games and my record prediction, right? I said we're going to lose the one up there, and we're going to win the one at home. We can still do that, okay? Now I want to run through some of the things here. So we play the Jets next week. We're going to win that game. We're going to beat the Jets. It's a rivalry week. We get to wear our jerseys. They're going to be so nice. We're going to be all pumped up. It's a night game. We got them coming back off this loss where everybody's pissed, everybody's mad. It's good to see the players actually having some emotion. We're gonna beat the hell out of the Jets. I almost feel like it's gonna be a blowout. We might even do a Broncos game style. I don't know. I feel something's brewing on this next week after what just happened. We're gonna have 10 days to prepare. All these guys are gonna get fully healthy. We're gonna get some guys back after this week, but we got some really good things happening. Hoping that with that 10-day thing, we're just gonna come out and really whoop the hell out of these Jets. So we got the Jets. We got the Panthers. I feel like both of those are wins. That's 2. So we'll be 2-3 coming out of the 5 games. Not amazing. We should be, way better than that. We should be 4-1. But we dropped 2 easy ones that we shouldn't have. So now we got to make it up by winning some of the hard ones that we shouldn't win. And we still can do it. I believe in this team. I really do. I seen something in them last night that I've been waiting to see. And I feel like if they can bring that intensity, kick it in gear, we can get this thing going. But the thing that I really want to jump on real quick before I go anywhere, even end up closing off this video, People are talking reckless. What I mean by that, listen. Tua is having a really, really down year right now, and that's not normal. He has, I believe, 4 interceptions the first 3 weeks. He's costing us, points. He's making bad reads. He's having a lot of issues in the pocket. But also, this dude has suffered so many concussions, so many injuries from a bad O-line that only has gotten worse. And now we got basically the whole right side of the line with filler pieces. He's getting jittery because he doesn't know if he can trust them. And that might come with time where he's just going to be like, you know what, you got me? Great, I'll stay in here. And that's what I need people to understand. They're all cancel Tua culture or something right now. You got Cam Newton up on there talking trash. You got Ryan Clark talking trash. All these people, these guys that never amounted to crap. I mean, of course, Newton has a MVP or whatever. He had one good season in his lifetime, and ever since he sucked complete ass. I never sat there and be like, oh, Cam Newton's amazing. No, he's only had that 1 or 2 good years till he got hurt, and then he disappeared. And the only thing he was good at was running. So I don't want to hear nothing about him talking. None of these guys that are in there. Dan Orlovsky, he's usually a good person to listen to. He's been on a lot of things. He's really strong. It's great. He's pretty good at breaking down quarterbacks and stuff. He has usually good things to say about Tua. He, of course, kind of went with the group, of course, trying to start talking a little bit too. But, he also has never really amounted to nothing either. These analysts, these people, they don't know anything about football. They're just like me and you. They and some of them have played football, but not at a great level. Or they may have 1 or 2 good years and then fall off. I mean, they can't sit here and keep talking trash. Cam Newton doesn't have a Super Bowl. You can't sit there and talk trash. I'm sorry, you're on the same level as Tua then. Josh Allen hasn't won a Super Bowl. Sorry. He might this year, but we don't know. But the biggest thing is, Tua was, when he had a great line, or when his line was actually capable of doing anything, he was the passing yards leader for the 2023 season. Our team damn near won the whole entire AFC. Not just AFC East. We almost had almost the whole entire AFC until our team started getting hurt with injuries. And we had people falling left and right. And you can say, oh, excuses. Bro, you go look at what players we lost that season. I don't hear nothing about excuses. Sorry. Nope, not getting anything out of me for that. The scheme itself has been kind of wishy-washy. McDaniel's play calling up until last night was not that great. Last night was a good scheme, good idea, good way to keep the ball out of Josh Allen's hands, way to keep it close. We always play close against them. I don't know if you guys have ever looked at the stats, but generally, unless Tua gets hurt, we stay usually within a score by the end of the game. Most of the time, it's even 3 points or less. So I don't want to hear nothing about, oh, the Bills are so much better than us. They just happen to have better luck. Their team is a little bit better at discipline, but they're not much better than us. We just have a lot of things that we just cannot figure out. So I see people stop talking trash. Give it time. If we would have won that game, do you really think y'all be talking this trash? Would y'all be talking about Tua, cancel Tua, throw Tua away, oh, Tua this, Tua? No. But because we lost, you guys want to get in your feelings. You guys want to get all crazy. You want to spin narratives. You want to go crazy on it. Bro, he is one of the best throwers of the ball that I've seen. And anybody that says they don't see it, I don't know what you're watching, okay? I don't know what you're watching. For some reason, he's not comfortable. You can tell he's not comfortable. He's running around kind of scared because his O-line is just not there. The way to ease some of that pressure off of him is to run the ball. We did that last night. But you cannot be putting him in a bad situation by giving him a pass play on a first down at the 21-yard line when there's no need for it. You give the ball to Ollie, you give the ball to Achane, and you let them do their thing. If they score, so be it. But worst case scenario, they don't. You have, you run the clock, you keep running it. You take away some of those timeouts from the Bills, and then you give them 50 seconds to get down the field with maybe one timeout left. And yes, will they still possibly get down and kick a field goal? Most likely. But if not, we go to overtime. This is on Mike McDaniel as much as it's on Tua for throwing the interception. And I don't see why people don't see it. I don't see why people don't see that Sealer doing what he did screwed the Dolphins game. It literally ended at 10 points of the fourth quarter. We shouldn't even been in that position. But bonehead plays from other players, our captains, our best players, is what caused us to lose that game last night. And that's the most frustrating thing that I feel like I'm dealing with as far as this team and what I feel right now. Like, I got friends that talk about Tua and say he's garbage, he's this, he's that. I got people that I know that are like, oh, Tua's this. Dude, you know what's going to happen? Y'all know what's going to happen, right? Tua's going to get traded, or he's going to get released from the Dolphins. He's going to journey his way over to a team that has a decent O-line. And he's going to just destroy teams left and right. And he's going to be a top 7, maybe in top 5 quarterback in the league. That's what y'all don't get. You really don't get it. The reason why he is like this is because of the O-line. When that guy is comfortable, he is dangerous. He will pick you apart. Put him with a decent O-line. Please, somebody with a decent O-line, pick him up. You see what Jalen Hurts is doing behind the Eagles O-line. Hurts isn't a better thrower than Tua. I'm sorry. Hurts can run the ball, sure. But he sure as hell can't throw the ball better than Tua. And I don't want to hear nothing about Tua can't extend plays, Tua can't run. Please go watch the game last night. He escaped the pocket multiple times, picked up a few yards. And there was one of those runs that I was, holy crap, like he ran about 12 yards. He slid. I was looking at this guy like, thank you, please. He slid. But he picked up a whole first down. He kept the freaking drive going. It was part of that second quarter 16-play drive. He ran the ball for like 13 yards. And he extended it. Then there was a play where he extended it by running to the outside and threw a dime to Tyreek. So I don't hear nothing about he can't extend plays. He can't use his legs. He can't do this. He can't do that. He can't do this. He can't do that. I feel like it's less on what Tua can and can't do than to what Mike McDaniel is putting on his shoulders and what kind of calls we are playing at what point of the game. That's how I feel. We're playing boneheaded calls at times when we're not supposed to play those boneheaded calls. So, I don't know what to tell you guys, other than keep your heads up, fins up. You know, I think we have a chance to still get something out of this year. If not, whatever. Y'all wanna really take the risk and get rid of Tua and see that nothing is gonna change unless the O-line gets better. Then go throw a freaking pick at somebody that you think's gonna be so good. Go do it. Please. Go get your little people that you're worried about. I mean, I know I got a few guys that I'm thinking like, okay, if we do have to go that route, you got Sellers, you got Beck, you know, you got Nussmeier, you got a few of these guys. But at the end of the day, you don't know how they're going to do with this line. This line needs to be fixed. And that's on Greer. That's on Greer. That's on McDaniel. To be so incompetent to get anything decent in front of Tua when you know Tua needs that. Like, what is the problem with giving your guy what he needs to be successful? And people are like, oh, they do that. Well, when? When? We had one good line, one game in 2023, or where it was, I think it was 23, when we freaking blew the Broncos out 60 points. And we could have broken the record for the most points scored in a game. But who made the call not to go for it? McDaniel. McDaniel. Like, seriously. Any other team would say, you know what, we're doing it. We're going to hit this thing. We're going to be a new record for most points scored in the game or where it was. And we would have had that record at bare minimum to say, look, we at least have this record. But now we have nothing from that season. Everybody got injured. And you didn't even break the record. So, anyways, fins up, guys. I'll be back for next week after the Jets game. I think we're going to win that one. I really do. I just believe in our team better than the Jets. But fins up, guys. I got to get out of here. Appreciate y'all. On to the next one. Please like, share, subscribe. Do your thing. All right. Appreciate y'all. Fins up.